Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another chapter in my It's Good to Gamble series, A Jordan Story. If you're new to the series, we like to dive into the world of sports gambling and the connection with pro sports. Some of the material is actually factual, and some of it is just to be creative and expand the world of the series. This is a double video, with part 4 being a prequel to part 3 and part 5 being a sequel to part 3. In part 4, I will be focusing on MJ's gambling ties with the Mafia. We all saw the last 2 episodes of The Last Dance, which highlighted MJ's shortcomings with the media, his competitiveness, and his gambling problems. It's safe to say that even though MJ is the GOAT, there are a few demons that he had to face behind closed doors. A quote from the documentary resonated with me. It said, "I don't have a gambling problem, I have a competitive problem." This propelled me to dive a little deeper into his gambling life. Once again, this is a friendly reminder that some of this content is fiction and needs to be taken solely as art. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it's good to gamble and go to Vegas. Just make sure you return home with all your clothes on.
I'm sending my 2 guys over to put the picks in now. Don't fuck this up.
What's up, y'all? I'm Dave. How did it get to this point? There are 5 cars parked on my block with men wearing all black in those cars. I know my days are numbered, and I can't help but reflect on how I got here. See, I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of guy. I made so much money gambling and giving gambling advice that I told myself I was going to retire. I used to work for one of the biggest gamblers in the country, Jake Scafaldi. My days gambling started in high school with my Italian friends who skipped class to go gamble through a plug named Giovanni. The picks were always hitting, and I used to come out of class every day with stacks of money. Jay Scafaldi scooped me up one day after school because he heard my name buzzing in the streets, and the rest was history. His favorite line,
How you doing? Listen, I need a favor.
I would often fly out to Vegas with him, and we would put in bets all the time. There were times when shit got a little dirty. Hey, it's the business. And I seen people who owed money that was taken out. I wanted no parts of that side until I got Jake to take out this guy who was dating this girl I liked. Ever since that time, I knew, oh yeah, I'm in this game all right for sure. And now it's been 20 years of memories that have led me to this moment. 1993 was a big year for me. At the time, I was at the height of my gambling career and just won a $60,000 bet on the NBA Finals. MJ was one of my favorite athletes at the time, and he was one of the biggest superstars at the time. You know what's crazy? I happened to come across MJ a few times. One time I saw him at the Caesars Palace betting on himself. I was 17 at the time, and I didn't even know how I wanted to react. I wanted to scream like a little bitch, to be honest with you. MJ was my idol, but I still had to keep my composure and know why I was there. See, MJ, he was a little cocky son of a bitch. He gave me a little wink and kept on doing what he was doing. I was like, this guy's a big gambler, and he was. I thought to myself, this guy is sick in the head. This guy would have put his soul on the line for a bet if he had to. See, everybody thinks the media coverage and fame drove MJ to an earlier retirement, but that's an absolute lie. MJ was different. He definitely was tired from all the debt that he owed gambling. MJ couldn't get out of his own way. See, MJ was asked from the league about his gambling habits, and they hushed it. MJ was not the only athlete in this gambling life. There were guys paying their debts right on the football field and basketball court as well. See, MJ had a competitive problem. not a gambling problem. Well, I don't know about that. He had a gambling problem. He owed Richard, a general manager of the San Diego Sports Arena, $1 million. See, this was the same week he was named a member of the U.S. Olympic team in 1992. Mike also lost $57,000 to a professional gambler, which happened to be one of Jake Scafaldi's closest friends. That's how I know about it. And quite frankly, that's how I know about MJ's history in the gambling field. You see, Jordan took a trip to Atlantic City, New Jersey casino on the eve of an earlier playoff game against the Knicks. He refused to speak to the media that night. From the rumors I heard through my connects, Jordan's father was killed because of unpaid debt for his unpaid gambling. You see, things were getting out of control, and MJ had so much heat that he was asked to step away from the league for a whole year. You think for 1 second MJ, the biggest guy in the world, will just randomly leave a sport he dominated? If so, why did he go play baseball? That's because he wanted to have something to do while the heat died down until this secret suspension was up. MJ was then able to return. Use your common sense, people. When you are in the sports gambling world, the sports world looks a lot different.
Listen here, you motherfucker. You're gonna help me with these picks. You owe me for that fucking thing I got you out of. Don't think I forgot. I'm sending my 2 guys over to put the picks in now. Don't fuck this up.